Is it already Monday? 'Cause I'm tired of the Monday. Could you just come and take my hand? Take me to a foreign land.
I think we're on the same page.
Hey everyone, it's Kritika. Welcome back to my channel. I am in my room on the Norwegian cruise, and if you haven't watched my last few videos from here, do check them out first. I'll leave them up here. But this is a 12-day long cruise that started in Tromsø in Norway, and we're going to be covering different cities along the way and ending up in Iceland. So today is day 3 of our tour, and we have just arrived at Hammerfest, the city that you see in the back there. We actually got here this morning, but it's kind of been raining, so we have had a very laid back morning. Went and got breakfast. We've just been chilling in our room and just showered and got ready. So the cruise is going to be in Hammerfest till midnight, so we have all day to explore the city. So the plan is to go get lunch now and then explore Hammerfest.
I hear what you're trying to say.
This is your salad. This is the one which we have
That's
ordered.
the salad that she ordered for me, what's left of it. So for lunch, we've come to this place called Cagney's Steakhouse. It's our first time eating here, and it's one of the VIP restaurants which is included in our package. Also, I'm traveling with my parents.
Hi,
How's your trip going so far?
great, wonderful.
Let's run away. We could take it one way.
Done with lunch. That dessert was so good. Definitely going back for that dessert. But anyway, we're just getting off the cruise right now and exploring Hammerfest.
On a summer day, I'll book us a hotel room.
We weren't expecting it to be this cold. I think my mom was, but I was literally telling her we don't need beanies on this trip. So glad I packed mine. It's freezing outside. So today we haven't actually booked a shore excursion. The cruise itself has tons of shore excursions at each spot we're stopping at. But we sort of figured we'll just explore on our own today. So every time you want to leave the cruise, you need your room key and an ID card with you, and you can just exit. Because we left kind of later in the day, there was no line as well, so we just walked out. That in the back is our cruise, and we're just walking around and seeing what all we can do in Hammerfest.
Ocean view. Let's run away. Let's run away. Let's run away. 나 요즘 꿀꿀한데.
도망가지 않을래.
So we took a bus and made it to the center of Hammerfest. Fun fact about Hammerfest, it's actually one of the northernmost cities in the world. In fact, I think it's the northernmost city in the world with over 10,000 inhabitants, which I thought was kind of cool. Also, that bus ride was for 1,300 or 1,400 rupees, even though it was like less than 10 minutes long. But I think that's just Norway for you. Everything is so expensive. Cabs were even more expensive, and the public transport here is quite easy to navigate and figure out. But anyway, there are a bunch of different things to do here around the center. So we're starting off by checking out the church.
We don't have time, so 지금 가자.
I don't need a lot. No forget-me-nots.
Going into this grocery store. Let's check it out.
Hold me close. Somewhere that's far from home.
So we just came inside a grocery store to check out how expensive things are over here. This bottle of Coke is for 300 rupees. This tiny packet of candy is also for 300 rupees. This packet of chips is almost for 500 rupees. So yeah, everything is pretty expensive over here.
Let's run away. We could take it one.
यहाँ पे तुम्हारा ज़ारा नहीं है, ज़ीरो है.
So we're exploring this town on foot, and I saw on Google Maps that there's this really nice church nearby that's worth checking out. So we're just walking up to that right now, and I could do this easily without any connectivity issues thanks to Airtel International roaming.
Get an ocean view. Let's run away.
So this behind me is the Hammerfest church. It's quite a unique looking church, and it's supposedly one of the oldest in northern Norway. It's made of wood, so let's go inside and check it out. And also the view from here is spectacular.
I'll make it an ocean view. Let's run away.
So there are a couple of museums here in Hammerfest that we were hoping to check out, but they're shut already. The timings of these museums are very random. Like tomorrow they shut at 6 p.m, but today some of them shut at like 2 p.m. But anyway, there is a hiking trail over here which we wanted to do, so that's where we're headed next.
Pretend to choose fire.
So this is where the hike starts from.
Is to fall apart as you hold me.
So basically we're hiking all the way to the top there, and supposedly there's a really nice viewpoint. Let's see what it's like.
Possible, let's be irresponsible. 도망가자. 어디로 갈까? Any old avenue, as long as
So far this is quite an easy hike, and there are some incredible views along the way. In the back there you can see our cruise, and in the distance over there you can see the church that we visited, and you get a view of all these snow-capped mountains and the ocean. It just looks so beautiful.
I tend to choose fight over fight, 'cause staying in place is hard sometimes. Maybe what I need is to fall apart as you hold me.
도망가자. 지금 당장. Nothing's impossible. Let's be irresponsible. 도망가자. 어디로 갈까? Any old avenue, as long as I'm with you. Let's run away.
Just hiking back down now, and this hike was so beautiful. You get amazing views along the way, and the view from the top was just so spectacular. Totally worth it. And in fact this is such an easy hike that I'm so glad we did it. It took like 10-15 minutes to get to the top. I just wish it wasn't so cold and windy, but I suppose that kind of adds to the experience. So we were planning to take the bus back to the cruise, but somehow there's no bus for another hour. So we've decided to just walk. I think it's like a 30-minute walk, and there's another spot we wanted to check out near the cruise. It's good to be prepared for all situations while traveling, and if your phone has good network, it just becomes so easy to navigate any city. I always get my Airtel International roaming pack activated before leaving India, and let me tell you, it's not expensive at all. They have packs starting at just 133 rupees per day.
Let me imagine it just for a moment. Let's run away on a summer day. I'll book us a hotel room.
Look at the view from this gas station.
Let's run away.
Back on the cruise now after a really fun day at Hammerfest, and I have to say Hammerfest is quite an easy city to navigate. It's very walkable, and we completely relied on Google Maps, and because I had roaming activated on my Airtel number, we didn't really have to ask people around to figure out directions, so it was very convenient. And looks like we've come back at the right time because it has started to drizzle outside. But anyway, the last spot we checked out, it was really windy, so I couldn't really talk there, but it was called Struve Geodetic Arc, and to be honest, I did not know what it was until I visited this place. It's basically a chain of like 10 different spots starting from Hammerfest going up to Black Sea. I think it covers 10 different countries, and it's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And what's special about this place is that this arc was actually used to establish the exact shape and size of our planet, so that was something cool to learn about and check out. But anyway, the time is 8 p.m. It's almost 8 p.m. actually, and there's a show at 8 p.m. that I wanted to check out at Stardust Theatre. So quickly gonna rush there and check out that show.
I tend to choose fight over fight, 'cause staying in place is hard sometimes. Maybe what I need is to fall apart.
So the show we watched tonight, unfortunately you're not allowed to take videos, but it was this juggling show, and I wasn't really expecting much from it, but it was amazing, super entertaining and very funny. But for dinner we've come to this restaurant called Ginza, which is the Asian restaurant here. We already ate here on the first day, and the food was amazing, even though there are like limited vegetarian options, but everything was just so good. So we're back here, and we got a really nice table by the window, so we have a view of the city of Hammerfest from here.
Hold me.
도망가자. 지금 당장. Nothing's impossible. Let's be irresponsible.
So it's midnight right now, but look how bright it is outside. So in this part of the world and this time of the year, the sun never sets, and in fact in Hammerfest and up north from there, there's this phenomenon called midnight sun, where you can literally see the sun above the horizon at midnight. We can't really see that today because it's quite cloudy, but it's very disorienting seeing so much daylight at midnight.
Let's run away.
Good morning, everyone. So it's the next morning. Our cruise has stopped at this place called Alta, and we have a shore excursion booked today, so we're going to be doing that. But first things first, having some breakfast. So for breakfast today, we've come to this place called the Garden Cafe, which is actually open to all packages, and there's so much variety over here, as you can tell from all the food I have on my plate.
Waves and rows, the highway gold is in our hands.
So the last couple of days, the cruise actually docked at the shore, so we could just get off. But today, it's a bit away from the shore. It's anchored over here, so we have to take these boats and head to the shore. I think this process is called tendering. So that's what we're doing right now.
Blasted hope in city smoke, the violet lands.
So after a short boat ride, we've made it to Alta. That there was our boat. And today is a nice and sunny day, unlike yesterday.
That it was us against the wind.
So today we actually have a shore excursion booked. So how this works is that NCL, the cruise company, organizes shore excursions every day. So they have multiple excursions throughout the day. But the catch is that they are a bit on the pricey side. So you have the option of either doing that or exploring the city on your own, which is what we did yesterday. Or you can also book tours through other third-party companies. So we're doing a mix of all three of these throughout the trip, and this entire tour and the cruise that we're doing was actually organized and sponsored by JE Travels. So I've spoken about them in my previous vlogs as well, but it's a company based in Finland run by Indians, and they specialize in tours in the Nordics. So if you're planning a trip here, definitely reach out to them. The advantage of booking like the cruise through them is that they handled all the shore excursions and the add-ons, which if you're booking the cruise on your own, you kind of have to like figure out what all you need to add, and it actually works out to be more cost effective if you book it through them as well. You can compare the prices and see for yourself. So we got our stickers which indicates which bus we have to go to, and this whole thing was actually pretty organized. I'm quite impressed. So we just got a quick tour on the bus of the city of Alta, and it's actually quite a small city. The population here in the city is only 16,000. But fun fact about Alta, it is actually known as the Northern Lights city, and this is one of the best places in the world to see the Northern Lights. Of course, we have to be here during winter time for that to happen. Supposedly the world's first Northern Lights observatory was actually in Alta. But anyway, this building over here that you see behind me is the Northern Lights Cathedral and one of the popular landmarks in this city. Apparently, cycling and a lot of other outdoor activities are part of like the school's curriculum here.
Set the sun, I know it's young, the siren song, I feel it every now and then.
After a very scenic drive, we made it to the next spot of our tour, which is actually the main attraction of the day, the Alta Museum. So one part of the museum is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are some rock carvings which date back to 5,000, 6,000 years ago, which you can only see during the summertime. So we're lucky we're here right now. So we're checking that out first, and then we'll see the indoor part of the museum.
I remember what you said, that it was us against the wind. All the times we held our breath, waiting for the moment to begin.
These carvings here are literally 6,000 to 7,000 years old.
And I was scared to death. You pulled me close before we pushed ahead.
There's so much history here. These rock carvings are very fascinating. To think that something from 6,000-7,000 years ago is still preserved over here, and they have like interesting theories about these carvings and also the views along the way.
Running for our lives was golden, looking in your eyes.
So most of the carvings here that you see are either reindeers or mooses, and the theory is that each family would sort of make a carving of the animal that they wanted to pray to God for. And you can also see things like boats and fences, which is crazy to think that these things existed like 6,000 years ago.
Our eyes were running for our lives. It's golden. Open your eyes. We're running for our lives. Was golden. Looking in your
we're back on the cruise, and that tour of Alta was actually really nice. I particularly enjoyed all the views along the way, and the museum was super fascinating. So we didn't really have lunch today. We just went to Garden Cafe and grabbed a quick bite, and we're back in the room now. I changed so that I can film some reels, just influencer things. So I'm just gonna walk around. The weather is really nice. I thought I'll get some shots at the top of the deck, so I'll go and show you that as well. Besides that, we're gonna be watching a show later today, and there's honestly something or the other happening on the cruise at all times. There's like music shows, dance shows, things like that. So yeah, we don't really have an agenda. We're just going to be chilling and enjoying our time. Also, as part of our package, we have a butler and concierge service, and our butler every day leaves all these nice snacks for us to have. Today we have strawberries dipped in chocolate and some cookies and also some fruit. So yeah, this is really nice. It's so nice and sunny outside. There are tons of hot tubs here on the deck, and I'm kind of tempted to go in. Maybe one of these days I will. Right now, the cruise has left Alta and is heading to the next destination, and we're going through the Alta fjords. So the view is spectacular. It's pretty foggy, but you can see like these snow-capped mountains and the fjords. And for dinner tonight, we've actually made a reservation at one of the specialty restaurants here, La Cucina, which is an Italian restaurant. So as part of our package, we get 2 specialty dinners. So every day, all the meals are included in like the free restaurants, but there are a few restaurants that are paid for. So 2 of those are included in our package. So we're going to be eating Italian tonight. So we're inside La Cucina and the ambience is quite nice. We've ordered quite a lot of food and I'll show you what all we ordered. But we're starting off with some bread with olive oil and balsamic and some cheese, of course. That dinner was so delicious and I'm honestly so full right now. So kind of just taking a walk around, and it's really weird. It's almost midnight, but look how bright the sun is shining. But yeah, I'm just going to be enjoying this view and calling it a day. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.